The summer is over and there are only 4 months remaining till the end of 2025. So I've prepared a list of 4 books, one for each month, that you must read before this year ends. The first one is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one is for September, and I must say Taylor Jenkins Reid is my favorite author. Like, if you read any of her books, you can't miss. One True Loves is about 2 lovers, Jess and Emma, who get married, and after 1 year on their anniversary, Jess flies away to shoot a document outside of US. The plane crashes and everyone thinks that Jess is dead. Emma is heartbroken, but after many years, she falls in love again. She's supposed to get married in a few months when she receives a call. It's Jess. In my opinion, this book was incredible. I really could not predict how it will end, and thanks to this, it taught me 2 important things. Firstly, how important it is to acknowledge change in relationships, and second, that you should not be holding on to things just for what they used to be. Second one, for October, is The Song of Achilles. Wow, this was such an amazing book. I can't even say with words how much this piece of art hit me. The Song of Achilles is about Achilles, as you could have guessed, and Patroclus. And it's a retelling of the Greek mythology surrounding these 2 characters. And this book focuses on their relationship, how it evolved, according to the author. The Song of Achilles is incredibly poetic and emotional. I'm not a person who really connects a lot with the books. Like, some make me connect, but mostly I'm just going with the flow without connection. But this one, I really stuck with the characters and I was really rooting for them, and it really made me feel stuff. Like, I'm not a person who cries a lot, but this book once almost made me cry. And I was really emotional when I finished reading it, so it's a really, really strong story. 3rd November, The Great Gatsby. Don't get put off by it being an old classic that you probably had to read at school. The Great Gatsby tells the story of mysterious millionaire Jay Gatsby and his relentless pursuit of an idealized dream seen through the eyes of his neighbor Nick Carraway. This book is such an incredible read if you read it right. I really recommend to ask ChatGPT to wrap up the chapter you have just read, because sometimes, given to the old vocabulary, it's easy to miss some hidden meanings or some thoughts that were mentioned in the book. And I have really found ChatGPT being incredibly useful with sparking that little flame of curiosity, and this makes you really invested in the story. Also, I find this book really fitting for November because it portrays the difference between the portrait image and the reality. And I think that because November is such a dark month in the northern hemisphere, it really makes us look on those photos that we see online of other people thriving and us being in the seasonal depression. And we all may think that we're not good enough, that all those people online are doing much better than we are. But this book is, I think, one of the best reminders that what you see online and what you see celebrities posting and doing and sharing may not be the whole thing. Also, the book is a great reminder that money just can't buy you a real human connection, and last but not least, that life is just fleeting and we should do everything to get the most out of it. And lastly, for December, Everything I Know About Love. This is a book by Dolly Alderton. I hope I'm saying that right. And she shares in it her personal stories, humor, and also reflections. And I must say, as all the books mentioned previously, loved this book. For me, it was an incredible roller coaster. Like, I was reading it on the bus very frequently, and I think it must have been very interesting for all the people sitting on the bus around me, because the change of emotions I went through in a single bus ride was a huge one. Really, like, in one moment I was laughing, like I was giggling on the bus, trying not to laugh out loud. Then I was like neutral, you know, just thinking about what is actually going on. And then I was completely devastated in like all of these things in like 30 minutes. This book really makes you care. You know, I think that's the power of Dolly Alderton, that you really, really care about her and all the other characters that are in the book. And you know, some things are just so lighthearted and so, you know, just written for it to be fun. But the other ones are just so deep and so emotional and just sometimes so sad that it really makes you stop and think about them. And also think about them in parallel with your own life and your own decisions. And I chose this book for December for a simple reason. I think that, you know, this book is really inspiring for the end of the year, because in December many of us feel pressured that we should quickly accomplish all the remaining goals that we have on our 2025 bucket list and that we've set out for ourselves in January. Or maybe we feel pressured to create good New Year's resolutions for the upcoming year. And this all may feel very overwhelming, connected even with exams and other schoolwork and other stressful stuff coming with the end of the year. And that's why I think that this book is the perfect companion for you in this season. Because even though it is not always lighthearted and it is sometimes very, very sad to read, it is at the same time incredibly comforting, and just in my case it really gave me a lot of confidence, and it really gave me the reassurance that whatever happens in my life, I will be able to get out of it. Guys, I hope you feel inspired to read one of these books. But before you do that, watch this video that YouTube thinks you like the most. Otherwise, see you on Monday. Bye!